Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome to another exciting edition of Friday Firsts. And today's video is an inspirational installment of Friday Firsts. And I say that because of a contest that's going around right now for a channel that we all know and love. And this vinyl community member just celebrated 500 subs, and he's having a contest which you may have heard of and may have entered. I know I did, and it's ranking the 8 studio albums of Led Zeppelin and connecting them to 500. And of course, I'm talking about Steve over at All the World's a Stage. So, Steve, thank you for the inspiration for this video. And I thought I'd take a few minutes and share my thoughts on one of the most solid debut albums of all time, and one of the most legendary debut albums of all time in Led Zeppelin 1. If you saw my contest entry, you'll know this is my favorite Led Zeppelin album of all time. And I thought I'd take a few minutes and give you my thoughts on it. It was released on January 12th of 1969. What a great decade for music. And 69 obviously setting the tone for the next decade of great bands and music that is to follow. It was released on Atlantic Records and produced by Jimmy Page. And I agree with Steve that if he was not a musician, he would have been very much in demand record producer and would have made a great career out of that. This album did have some competition when it released. When it was released in January of '69. Just a few short months later, we had The Who releasing their signature album Tommy, which is one of probably my third favorite Who album, and it's just a phenomenal album. So that would give, I think, Zeppelin, I'd say it'd be fair to give Led Zeppelin a little bit of a run for its money when that was released. You also had Elvis just getting back into the recording studio after his movie career, which, as we all know, was decent at the most. And he had the '68 comeback special in the prior year, and then he released one of the albums that I think is one of his better ones, Elvis in Memphis, which was released in June of '69. Then the Beatles had Abbey Road in September, followed by Led Zeppelin 2, which I think is the only one that really could compete against Led Zeppelin 1 in October of '69. And then we had the Stones releasing Let It Bleed in November of '69. So you had some great titles in general, but as I said, I do think that the only true rival to Led Zeppelin 1 in those 5 albums that I listed was Led Zeppelin 2, and then I think a strong second would be, or third would be, Tommy by The Who. For this one, I broke up the cover songs and the originals and did a separate ranking on them. And I have the 5 songs here for the covers. And then I thought I'd talk about the originals. So the first song that I want to give my thoughts on is Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, written by Anne Bredon, I believe, or Breeden. I'm not sure how she pronounced it, but from what I did on my research, it was recorded by Joan Baez, but I like the version that Led Zeppelin did. Next up, you have You Shook Me, which is a Willie Dixon tune, and I think the band really is showing their love for the blues here. It's clearly obvious, and I think they did a nice tribute in this one and tipping their hat to the legendary blues singer-songwriter with Willie Dixon's first cover they did on this album, and You Shook Me. The next one is I Can't Quit You Babe, which is the second Willie Dixon song, which was also recorded by Otis Rush. I listened to the Otis Rush version, and I really can't decide on which one is my favorite off of the album. Well, my favorite of the two, either this one or the Zeppelin cover. I think both have a lot to offer. I think the Zeppelin one is obviously a little heavier, or a lot heavier, I should say, than the Otis Rush one, but they're both good covers in their own right. Next we have the song Dazed and Confused, which you all know the controversy behind that with Jake Holmes. It was inspired by Zeppelin to record this one and put their own sound to it, and I think obviously the Zeppelin cover is a far better cover than the original one by Jake Holmes. Nothing against Jake Holmes, but when you hear the Zeppelin one and then you go listen to the original, there's no comparison. That Zeppelin's is far better, and it really is their own song, regardless of who wrote it. It's a Zeppelin song. And then we have another song that was inspired by the great Howlin' Wolf. His title of this song was How Many More Years, which that I think is a great Howlin' Wolf tune. Again, the cover or the inspired version, How Many More Times, I think is just a great tribute to another blues legend, another idol of theirs, if you will. And it's really cool to hear how so many bands in the classic rock era that are influenced by blues and really tipping their hat to the blues musicians that made them who they were in terms of musicians. And this song here, How Many More Times, is such an out of this world song, and same as the original one done by Howlin' Wolf. As for the originals, I had a tough time ranking these since there's so many good ones on here. The four on here that I think there's only 4 originals, and you can all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, but for the 4 originals that I have, coming at number 4 is Black Mountain. I really like that song. It's just a great laid back, killer upbeat tune that it's just one that obviously shows the skills that band has as musicians, and just a great instrumental. And I would have put it at a little higher, but it's to me just a great way to kick back and relax after a long, hard day at work, and you just want to chill out and relax for a bit. This would be the song to put on. So coming in at number 3, Your Time Is Gonna Come. I really like this tune. It's grown on me. At first I really wasn't too keen on it, but the more I listened to it and really paid attention to what they had to offer on this one, the more I liked it. I really liked the intro on the organ, that Baroque-like intro, courtesy of Jones. It really shows his talent as a keyboardist, and it's definitely one that deserves to be in the top 4 and my ranking on this album. And these last two songs, who knows, the way that I have it now, coming at number 2, it's just as heavy as the song that comes in at number 1, and who knows, I could flip them down the road, I don't know, but coming in at number 2 is Good Times, Bad Times. This song, I just really like how heavy this song is. I never get tired of listening to it. I think this may be one of the best opening tracks for any album that I've heard in a long time. It's just got so much jam packed into one song, and it's just a strong way of introducing yourself to the world. And it was really tough to put it at number 2, but for me, the number 1 song off of the album is Communication Breakdown. I just like how it, it spills into Black Mountain. The spillover from Black Mountain, it just really, to me, is a cool touch on how bands do that, and it reminded me a bit of how the Doors did that with I think it was Peace Frog into Blue Sunday, and then or Blue Sunday into Peace Frog, but I think I was correct in the first way of saying it, Peace Frog into Blue Sunday. I just love that kind of quick end, kind of quick pause, and then right into the next tune. I think that's really cool when a band does that. But those are my rankings for the originals. We had Black Mountain Side coming at number 4. Your Time Is Gonna Come coming in number 3, and the 2 powerhouse songs from the album, number 2 is Good Times, Bad Times, and number 1, Communication Breakdown. So this has been a fun video to make. I really haven't listened to Zeppelin in a while because there hasn't been a lot of time to listen to a lot of music, and there's so much new stuff coming out. But Steve, thank you for the inspiration to make the video. And again, thank you all for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.